Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for visiting with me. Today I'm going to be working on my daughter's traveler's notebook, and I'm going to be creating a layout for her very first haircut. This is something that we do every year around obviously January, and so I wanted to document this for her. I am going to be using a few scraps of paper from what I already have. Basically, I went through my scraps. I pulled the colors that I wanted to implement, but at the same time, the colors that matched this kit. I am using the L Studio Traveler's Notebook Kit for January. And right now I'm just kind of getting set up, and you guys will see how I put this layout together. This is honestly one of my favorite things to do. As girls, we don't get to go to the, well, at least me and my daughter and my family, we don't get to go to the salon often. We just like our hair long, and we just don't go as often as the boys. I mean, it seems like Mike and Mike go to the haircut like almost once a month. But for us, honestly, maybe twice a year. I don't know. I may have to change that because I've been seeing a lot more gray hairs. So you know what that means. I've become a little bit more wiser, but I don't know if that means that I may have to be making more and more trips to the salon here very soon. So what I was saying is that I really enjoy taking my daughter, especially when it's just for her. I love to see how excited she gets, and honestly how happy being pampered, even a simple thing as getting a haircut, she really enjoys it. And I don't know if you guys can see the sassiness coming out of the bottom picture with her like fluffing her hair, but it's just something that I love doing for her. So guys, typical me, I went on and on the story, and am not even telling you one bit what I am doing with this layout, but hopefully you guys are able to see. As usual, if you have any questions about something, then just let me know in the comments below. I took this stamp from the stamps that they gave you, and I don't know if you guys saw, but I used my ruler to help me get the lines a little bit straight before I stamped it, only because I wanted to make sure that they were a little bit even. I am going to be taking my eraser, but then I realized that the ink, I needed to give the ink maybe a minute or two before I erased through them, so I will be coming back to erase a little bit more in between those boxes. This was actually a 3x4 journaling card that said January highlights, and although it wasn't really multiple highlights, it was just one, I trimmed it, and that is going to be the title for this layout, which is just really one highlight, which is my daughter. I wish I had a stamp that said highlight or highlights, but I don't. So this is what I ended up using. I think it worked perfectly. Like I said, even though it's not multiples, it's fine. Nobody's gonna be criticizing my work except for me, I mean, and you guys, so I'm sure you guys will be okay. So before I fully secure everything down, I was kind of laying it down to see if that's what I wanted. I'm gonna start putting things together, and then as usual you guys are gonna see me change my mind so much. Guys, don't you wish that you could just have an idea and put it to place without like overthinking things? Yeah. Sometimes I wish my mind functioned like that, but it doesn't. So here I am going to place it down and then decide to change the little purple banner to the other side. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to adhere. This is where I kind of decided to rip the bottom of the second layer of the blue paper, and I also decided to add the little purple flag, or yeah, it's like a little cutout on the left side instead of the right, which made me want to change the top one to the opposite side. I told you guys I changed my mind so much. I'm sure it happens to a lot of us, so please don't be discouraged. You just have to play, and sometimes it does take a little bit before you make a final decision. Here I decided to write in, and I don't know for what reason, you guys, my penmanship was horrible. I was not happy. There's times where I look at my penmanship and I'm like really impressed with myself, and then there's times where I'm like no. And so right now I kind of forgot about it because I was like, no, I don't like it, but I kind of focused on something else, and eventually I'm gonna come back to it to fix it. I still didn't like it how it was or what I wrote, and I luckily had a little puffy sticker that came with the kit that says "so beautiful," and I just thought it went super perfect, especially with that picture on the bottom. So that is what I'm going to use to hide my ugly it's not really ugly, but you know, it is what it is. Here I am playing around with the stamps. On the kit you also get like little stamps with sentiments or words of affirmation, and I was playing around because I originally had the idea to create these little blocks, and I made a mistake there as well. You guys will see that in a little bit, and I'm also going to show you how I corrected that mistake. I don't know if I showed you guys my inks. I think I did at the beginning of the video. I am using this purple from Stampin' Up, my black from the hybrid ink pads from scrapbook.com, and that's it, I think. I ended up using this blue teal one. Did not like it. This is the mistake. As you guys can see, my stamp wasn't fully covered, so I just didn't like the way it came out. I am going to be trimming this little banner and using that to cover my mistake, but even though it was covering it, I feel like I ended up changing it for a third time, and that's okay. It happens. Starting to play around with embellishments. I'm going to start adding a few of the puffy stickers, and like I said, just filling in my blocks, my space there, which is what I intended it for, it to have a lot of like sentiments. And guys, I love the way this layout came out. I actually, at this point, you guys haven't seen it, but I actually created a second layout with leftover, and I'll be sharing that as well in another video. But basically right now, I try to minimize the time, but all you guys are gonna see is just me going back and forth with the puffy stickers and embellishments. Right here, I honestly thought that these puffy stickers in the banner of the hearts really made the layout. I think this is what tied it all together. It looked it looked like it was getting there, but I feel like this little hearts of banners just really pulled it together. So just like I said, going to be accenting. No. Oh gosh, I don't even know, guys. I've been at work all day, so please forgive me. I'm just going to be rethinking the embellishments and hiding the little mistakes here and there that I made. At this point, because my very first time I wrote I did not like the way my handwriting came out. For this time around, I decided that I was going to use a pencil first, and then once I wrote everything that I wanted, I would come back with a black pen and fill it in. I'm not sure if that helps anybody. Like I said, I was just doing it so that if I don't like my handwriting, I wouldn't have to do the whole page all over again, because that sucks when you have to like rip everything and start from, fresh, which has happened to me before. But I'll hate to admit it, but it is true. So it is, like I said, it is what it is. So like I said, I wrote a new haircut at the top one, and then I wrote feeling special on that fourth one, and then the date for the very last one. Here the banner was still not working for me, although honestly, looking at it through video, it was perfectly fine. But I guess at that time I wasn't super happy with it, so I ended up stamping it in white paper and just cutting it out directly above, well, not even above, but directly on the black lines, and I am going to adhere that to that space. Now it does stand out a little bit because this is a wider paper, but that's kind of like what I wanted to go for. I am going to be stamping out the word I love you on it, and like I said, because it is white, it kind of makes it stand out like that's the most important out of all the blocks that you guys see. Out of all the 6, the I love you is the most important. At least in my mind, that's what I was thinking. I don't know if that's what it comes out like on video, but like I said, I'm just using a little alphabet stamp sets that I have. They're from Heidi Swap. I'm not exactly sure of the name. I'll link it down below. And I decided to go in with a black pen and color in the letters so that obviously they're like a bold black. And now I am using that same pen to journal the things that I wanted annotated, and gonna finish up by erasing some of my lines, but also by adding a few additional embellishments, and that is going to complete my layout, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for all the support that you've given me. At this point, we're a little bit above 3,000, and I just wanted to say how thankful I am and how you guys like just motivate me. This truly makes me happy, and I hope that what I mean, not getting the 3,000 subscribers is happy, but crafting for YouTube makes me really happy, and I hope that you guys can see that, or that I project that enough through my videos. So once again, I just wanted to say thank you. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you on the next one.